Hello friends, so today we are going to talk about chapter 4 of heat and thermodynamics, that is thermometry, and topic is introduction to thermometry and temperature scales. So see, in thermodynamics we study the concept of heat and the related terms. Now temperature is associated with the heat and thermodynamic. So what exactly is temperature, what is heat, and how important it is to measure accurately in thermodynamics, that we are going to see. See, we all know that temperature gives degree of hotness in a body. Hotness is due to the heat energy in the body, and here accurate measurement of temperature is very important. So in order to consider the thermodynamic processes, accurate measurement is important, and many times we need to measure very high and very low temperatures, and it is necessary. So in order to measure very high temperature as well as very low temperature, a proper system, that is a thermometer, should be there, which can measure the temperature accurately. So to make measurement possible, it needs suitable temperature scales. So whenever we measure a temperature, we need some scale to measure it, and whenever we are selecting a scale or we are deciding a scale, so the following parameters are very important for consideration. That is, scale must be very precise. That means in measurement, precision is most important. Second thing, whatever scale we are using, it must be consistent. And third one is that with the help of the scale, we should be able to measure temperature very accurately. So accurate measurement. So these are three very important parameters while considering the temperature scale. So now temperature can be measured using either thermometer, which we use in laboratory, that we saw, mercury in glass thermometer, as well as other type of thermometers, and similarly it can be measured with the help of sensors and electronic gadgets. So that we are going to see in this chapter. So now what exactly the temperature is? See, temperature is basically measure of kinetic energy that particle possesses. So due to this energy, we get the hotness in the body, and temperature is measure of degree of hotness in the body. So it is basically measure of kinetic energy. Say thermometry is the title of the chapter. So what comes under this thermometry? It is a process of measuring temperature and various calculations based on conversion of temperature from one scale to another scale. So one very important thing as far as thermodynamics is concerned, we know that there it is a relation, that is Pv is equal to nRT. So here we should understand that this temperature is related to remaining term, that is a pressure, volume, number of mole of gas, and Rydberg's constant. So here, while studying thermodynamics and other parameters of the substance, the temperature plays very important role, and thermometry is a process of measuring temperature and various calculations based on the conversion of temperature from one scale to another scale. So now in present topic, we deal with a concept of heat and concept of temperature. So what is difference between heat and what is temperature? Second thing we are going to consider, that is the principle of thermometry, then the temperature scales and their interconversion. So what types of scales are available and how we can convert one scale to another. Then second is principle of construction of thermometer, and working of common thermometers that we are going to consider under the study of thermometry. So see, when we talk about heat and thermometer, so we know that heat is nothing but it is one form of energy that we know. So when we talk about heat and temperature, see how are they related, that we should understand first. So let us consider a spark. So we know that the spark which is having a very high temperature, but the amount of heat contained in the spark is very small, and that is why though our skin comes in a contact with the spark, we do not feel the burning effect. But in fact the temperature is very high, but amount of heat is very less. On the second hand, if we take a bowl of hot water, so see, in order to heat the water, we need to provide large amount of heat. So here, large heat is contained in a bowl of hot water, but its temperature is low. So here, important thing to know that bowl of boiling water kept in a surrounding, then its temperature falls initially fast, but later slowly and reaches to surrounding temperature. So this is what we observe. And second important thing, we should remember that as the temperature of body, there are two bodies having say temperature 10 degrees Celsius and 100 degrees Celsius. It doesn't mean that the quantity of heat inside a high temperature body is greater than low temperature body. It is also possible that the temperature is high but heat content is less, or temperature is low but amount of heat is more. So here, so why the things are happening that when bowl of boiling water kept in a surrounding? See, we know that according to thermodynamics, the systems always try to be in an equilibrium position, and we know that there it is a natural phenomena that heat is transferred from lower temperature, higher temperature to lower temperature. It is transferred to lower temperature body, and the process of transferring heat continues till the equilibrium is achieved. So, according to this observation, initially the temperature falls very fast, but later on, when the temperature of both the systems are very close to each other, the rate of transfer of heat becomes very slow. So now what is happening, that whenever heat is given from high temperature body to low temperature body, the change in temperature takes place, and the body having higher temperature, the temperature of that body decreases, and that change in temperature is due to the transfer of heat energy from hot body to cold body. And now whatever the thing which is transferred, that is the transferred energy, is called as a heat. So heat, due to heat transfer, the temperature falls of the high temperature body, so that we should remember, and the transferred energy is basically called heat. Now we know that heat is measured in calories, and SI unit of heat is joule, and in case of British system we use British thermal unit, that is a BTU. So when we talk about what is the relation between calorie and joule, we can say that 1 calorie is equal to 3.969 into 10 raised to minus 3 BTU, that is British thermal unit, and that 1 calorie is exactly equal to 4.1860 joule. So in terms of 1 kilocalorie, that there it is a 4186 joules. So now when heat is transferred from higher temperature body to lower temperature, there are different ways of transferring heat. That is, heat can be transferred by conduction. Similarly, it can be transferred by convection, and it can be transferred by radiation. So we are going to see the types of heat transfer. Now see, all objects have a property that determines whether the body is in thermal equilibrium or not when placed in contact with other objects. So we know that this is suppose one object which is physically in contact with other object. Then if its temperature is high, so see T1 is greater than T2, then naturally heat is transferred from higher temperature to lower temperature, and finally both the temperatures becomes equal. Now from observation one concludes that all objects have a physical property that determines whether or not the body is in thermal equilibrium when placed in contact with the other object, and this property is called as a temperature. So that is most important thing. Now see, temperature, it is a property of the body that maintains thermal equilibrium with other object. It is simply mean that in order to maintain the thermal equilibrium, it is necessary that heat must be transferred from high temperature body to low temperature body. And what temperature is that when hot body is transferring heat to cold body, that is most important thing. And now it depends on the temperature of the bodies. So one body must have higher temperature and other must have lower temperature in order to transfer heat from one body to other body. But if all the bodies have same temperature, then we can say that those bodies are in thermal equilibrium. And so temperature, it is a property of the body that maintains thermal equilibrium with other object. So in short, temperature, when we talk about, it is a degree of hotness of the body when we talk about heat and thermodynamics. So it is a degree of hotness of the body is measured by temperature. So we already saw that is heat is basically related to internal energy of the body, and so it is a measure of total internal energy content in the body. So that energy can be potential energy or it can be kinetic energy. Further, the kinetic energy may be a vibrational or translation, but this energy is basically related to heat, and heat is nothing but it is a measure of total internal energy content in the body. This is what the concept of heat, that heat means energy inside the body. Now temperature, it is measure of heat energy that decides whether the body is in thermal equilibrium with neighboring system or not. Means simply, here it is one body, and if it is in contact with another body, and let us say there is no exchange of heat between one body and another body, means surely the temperature of both the bodies are same. And if there is a temperature difference, then heat can be transferred from higher temperature to lower temperature, and we know that temperature is nothing but a measure of degree of hotness. So if any temperature is higher, means in that body the heat energy is more than other body, and so the heat can be transferred to other body in order to maintain the thermal equilibrium. So let us consider, if number of systems are in thermal equilibrium, then the common property of system can be presented by a single numerical value called as a temperature. So let us consider this is one body, this is another body, and let us consider this is third body. So we know that when we talk about the systems, so it has internal pressure, volume for each bodies. But now when all those bodies or systems are in thermal equilibrium, then the common property of the system can be represented by a single numerical value called as a temperature. In short, when all the three systems which are in contact with one another, if they are in thermal equilibrium, so their temperature will be same. So remember that when we study any system, we know that PV is equal to nRT. So for all those three systems, if temperature is constant and heat is being transferred to one another in order to maintain equilibrium, that means the corresponding change in P and V is taking place in each body. But that means P and V may not be same, but when the bodies are in thermal equilibrium, that temperature is same, and that is a single numerical value called as a temperature. Now we talk about the measurement of temperature, and for measuring temperature, the scales are most important. That means there must be some reference so that we can measure the temperature of the body comparing to that scale. So presently, the scales which are in use, that is a Kelvin scale, then Celsius scale and Fahrenheit scale. Now see, temperature is changed if Q joule of heat energy is absorbed or gained. So suppose this is the body which has certain temperature, say T1, and it has amount of heat, let us consider Q1. But from surrounding, if suppose Q dash amount of heat is being transferred to this body, then as the amount of heat inside the body is increased, so temperature increases or changes. So temperature is changed if Q joule of heat energy is absorbed or given out. So if some amount is given out, the temperature will decrease, and if it is gained, it will increase. Now remember that heat energy will always flow from higher temperature to lower temperature. It never happens that it flows from lower temperature to higher temperature, and in refrigerator we saw that is happening, but external work has to be done on the system in order to do that. But in nature, naturally, that heat energy will always flow from higher temperature to lower temperature. So though body at lower temperature may contain large amount of heat, see, remember that we should not think that heat energy flows from a body which is having higher amount of heat to the lower amount of heat, or vice versa. It is not the case. The flow of heat does not depend on the amount of heat or difference of heat in the body. It depends on the temperature of the body, since we saw that body having higher temperature may contain low amount of heat, and body at low temperature may contain large amount of heat. So heat and temperature are thermodynamic concepts, and heat depends on, remember that heat depends on number of particles in body. So if the number of particles in the body are more, obviously due to their kinetic energy, potential energy, the amount of heat will be more in the body. But when we talk about temperature, it is an average, and it does not depend on number of particles in the system. So that you must remember the difference between heat and temperature. So finally we should remember that heat is basically the energy inside the body, maybe a kinetic energy or potential energy. Okay, heat depends on number of particles in the body. That is one important thing. And temperature is a measure of degree of hotness in the body, but temperature is an average, and it does not depend upon the number of particles in the body. So temperature of a body can be higher though amount of heat is low in the body, or can be lower though amount of heat in the body is larger than other body. So that you should remember. Okay, thank you very much. So next time we're going to see the temperature scales. Thank you.